the Lord is looking on all of the precious and sacred details of the suffering of Jesus, and he is satisfied. Should we not be satisfied? And he respects his son. Should we not respect his son? And so Christ prayed, Father, forgive them. And it was a prayer prayed, a prayer answered. Another prayer, why hast thou forsaken me? And that was the one he uttered, and he prayed as well, but unheard by men. Why art thou so far from the words of my roaring? Two questions. Why? And this was more than a rhetorical question. I used to say that this was just a rhetorical question. That's an imperfect explanation. This isn't just a rhetorical question, but this was a prayer. And the prayer was prayed in the presence of his enemies and in the presence of scorners and unbelievers who are mocking him, challenging him to get down from the cross. And as they challenged him, the Lord looked up to the Father, and they said, come down from the cross. And Christ looked up to the Father, and he said, in essence, show them why I can't come down from the cross. Or in other words, Lord, why hast thou forsaken me? Show them why. Why are you so far from the words of my roaring? Show them why. And at the answer of that prayer, God made Psalm 22 rush into the hearts of the elect with converting power. And moments later, in the 9th hour of Christ on the cross, the thief on the cross is repenting and being converted. And in the 4th utterance of the 7 utterances of Christ on the cross, he says to the thief, today thou shalt be with me in paradise. The prayer prayed, prayer answered. He said why, God showed the thief on the cross why. He said why, God shows the elect why. He said why, and God has been showing the elect Psalm 22 for 2,000 years now. That's a prayer prayed and a prayer answered. He said why, and God is showing why. So it's more than a rhetorical question. It is a prayer prayed and a prayer answered. These are 2 daytime prayers answered by Jesus Christ on the cross. And there is a total of 6 prayers we can number that Christ prayed on the cross. Either in the Gospels we're numbering them, or in Psalm 22. We're not going to go through all of them today, of answered prayers, but it stands to reason that we can't understand the answered prayers if we don't understand the unanswered prayers. Or it stands to reason that if we don't understand Gethsemane, we're going to misinterpret Calvary. It stands to reason that the evangelists are purposely leading us into Gethsemane so that when we approach Calvary, we will comprehend more perfectly what is happening there. So there were unanswered prayers in the daytime. You can see that in Psalm 22, verse 2. Oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not. I'm convinced that Psalm 22, verse 2 is probably the reason why Christians are not trumpeting this messianic prophecy upon the housetops. I am convinced that this is probably why preachers are not proclaiming the staggering perfection of this messianic prophecy in Psalm 22. It's because of the difficulties that are presented in the psalm, and Psalm 22 verse 2 is one of those difficulties. And of course there are other difficulties as well. I've been trying to get you to be acquainted with them. And specifically when he says that the Lord was so far from helping him, verse 1. He was so far from helping him. What? To get down from the cross, or to save him from the cross. He's so far from helping him in that way. But then Jesus is praying for help in verse 11. Psalm 22 verse 11, be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Or Psalm 22 verse 19, but be not thou far from me, O Lord, O my strength. Haste thee to help me. Help me immediately. Help me right now. I need your help right now. And then there's 2 other prayers. Deliver my soul, verse 20. Save me, verse 21. And these are some powerful prayers that have a specific meaning within the flow of the context of Jesus suffering and being tortured to death on the cross. So the Gospels present to us the prayers in Gethsemane. Psalm 22 presents to us the prayer at Calvary, the prayers at the cross. And we need to appreciate both, and the one helps us understand the other. And it's all a part of the same storyline of 15 to 17 hours of passion of Christ, culminating to a maximum degree at the cross.